There's a moment in every journey where you hit the wall. Your body screams for relief, your mind begs for mercy, and every fiber of your being demands that you stop. That moment, that breaking point, is where most people fold. They retreat into the safety of their comfort zones, convincing themselves that they've done enough. But let me tell you something. The breaking point isn't the end. It's the beginning. Your body has limits, but your mind is infinite. The pain you feel, the exhaustion weighing down on you, is not a signal to stop. It's a test. It's the universe asking you one simple question: how bad do you want it? And in that moment, when everything inside you wants to quit, you have a choice. You can surrender to the pain, or you can push past it. You can rise above the weakness and find out what you're truly made of. Most people will never know, because most people don't have the will to keep going when the odds are stacked against them. But you have the power to be different. You have the power to stay hard. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. The discomfort you're feeling right now is fleeting. It's a moment in time, a speck of dust in the grand scheme of your life. But if you quit, that decision stays with you. It becomes a part of you, a weight you carry around every single day. And every time you look in the mirror, you'll know that you gave up. You'll know that you chose the easy way out. Don't let that be your story. Don't let a temporary moment of pain define your legacy. The human body is capable of far more than you realize. Scientists say that most people operate at only 40% of their true capacity. Think about that. When you're at your limit, when you feel like you can't take another step or lift another pound, you're not even halfway there. The remaining 60% is untapped potential, locked away behind a wall of fear and doubt. But here's the thing. That wall isn't real. It's an illusion, a construct of your mind. And the only way to break through it is to push yourself harder than you ever thought possible. When you hit that breaking point, your mind will play tricks on you. It will tell you that you're done, that you've given enough, that it's time to stop. But that voice is a liar. That voice is the enemy. It's the voice of mediocrity, and it's trying to pull you back into the comfortable, familiar world of good enough. Don't listen to it. Shut it down. Replace it with a new voice, a stronger voice, a voice that says, I am not done. I am just getting started. The process of pushing past a breaking point is brutal, but it's also transformative. It's in those moments of extreme discomfort that you discover who you really are. You learn what you're capable of. You find out how much grit, resilience, and determination you have buried deep inside. And the more you push, the stronger you become. Every time you break through a barrier, you set a new standard for yourself. Every time you break through a barrier, you set a new standard for yourself. You raise the bar, and suddenly, things that once seemed impossible become routine. But let's be clear, this isn't about physical strength. It's about mental toughness. It's about training your mind to endure, to adapt, and to overcome. The body will follow where the mind leads. If your mind is strong, if your resolve is unshakable, there is nothing you can't do. So focus on building that mental fortress. Feed it with discipline, hard work, and relentless determination. When your mind is fortified, no challenge can break you. You have to get comfortable being uncomfortable. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens in the struggle and the grind, in the moments when you're on the brink of breaking. Embrace the discomfort. Lean into the pain. Understand that it's a necessary part of the process. Every great achievement, every monumental success was forged in the fires of adversity. If it were easy, everyone would do it. But it's not easy, it's hard. And that's what makes it worth it. When you're in the thick of it, when you're exhausted and broken and ready to quit, remind yourself why you started. What's your mission? What's your purpose? What are you fighting for? Hold on to that reason like your life depends on it, because it does. Your purpose is your anchor. It's what will keep you grounded when the storm is raging. So dig deep and remember why you're here. Use that as fuel to keep going. And don't just push past the breaking point for yourself. Do it for the people who are counting on you. Do it for your family, your friends, your team. Do it for everyone who has ever believed in you. Show them what's possible. Be an example of what it means to stay hard. Inspire others to push beyond their limits by showing them that it can be done. Your actions have the power to create a ripple effect that changes lives. So don't just do it for you. Do it for them. The truth is, most people will never understand this level of commitment. They'll call you crazy. They'll say you're obsessed, that you're pushing too hard, that you need to slow down. Ignore them. Their opinions don't matter. What matters is your mission, your goals, your relentless pursuit of excellence. Let them stay in their comfort zones while you rise to new heights. Let them settle for mediocrity while you chase greatness. Let them settle for mediocrity while you chase greatness. Let them quit while you stay hard. There will be setbacks. There will be failures. There will be moments when you fall flat on your face. Embrace those moments. Learn from them. Use them as stepping stones to get closer to your goals. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every time you fail, you're one step closer to success. So don't fear failure. Fear mediocrity. Fear settling for less than you're capable of. Fear looking back on your life and realizing you didn't give it everything you had. And when you finally break through the wall, when you reach the other side of the breaking point, you'll realize something incredible. You're not the same person anymore. You've evolved. You become stronger, tougher, and more resilient. You've unlocked a new level of yourself that you didn't even know existed. And that's the real reward. It's not about the accolades or the achievements. It's about the transformation. It's about becoming the person you were always meant to be. So the next time you hit the breaking point, don't back down. Don't give in. Dig deep, push hard, and refuse to quit. Remember that pain is temporary, but the strength you gain from pushing past it will last forever. Stay disciplined, stay relentless, stay focused, stay hard. Pain is the currency of transformation, the unavoidable toll on the road to greatness, yet so many shy away from it, retreating at the first sign of discomfort. Let me tell you something. Pain is not your enemy. It's not some cruel punishment meant to break you. Pain is your ally, your teacher, and, if you let it, your ultimate source of power. You see, every time life hits you, every time you're knocked to your knees, You're being given a choice. You can stay down, wallow in the misery, and let that pain define you, or you can stand up, look it square in the eye, and use it to build something unshakable. Pain is the great equalizer. It doesn't care about your background, your circumstances, or your excuses. It's there to test you, to see if you have what it takes to rise above mediocrity. So the question is, how will you respond? When the weight of the world feels unbearable, most people crumble. They let the pressure crush their spirit, convincing themselves that the struggle is too much. But here's the truth. That moment, the one where you feel like giving up, is the precise moment where champions are forged. That's where ordinary people stop and extraordinary people keep going. Pain is the gatekeeper to greatness, and only those who are willing to endure it, to embrace it, will ever walk through that gate. Stop running from it. Stop hiding behind excuses and distractions. Pain isn't going anywhere. It's going to find you one way or another. So why not face it on your own terms? Lean into it, feel it fully, and then use it to fuel your fire. Because here's the secret that most people will never understand. The harder you're willing to fight, the greater your reward will be. If this pain is proof that you're alive, that you're growing, that you're not stuck in the comfortable, stagnant mediocrity that so many choose to live in. Do you know why most people never achieve their potential? It's not because they lack talent or opportunity. It's because they're afraid. They're afraid of failing, of being uncomfortable, of enduring the pain that comes with pushing past their limits. But let me tell you something. Fear is a liar. Fear wants you to believe that pain is the end of the road, that it's something to avoid at all costs. Fear wants you to believe that pain is the end of the road, that it's something to be avoided. But the truth is, pain is the beginning. It's the start of a journey that will take you places you never thought possible. When you're in the middle of the struggle, it's hard to see the bigger picture. It's hard to understand that this moment of suffering is shaping you, sharpening you, turning you into someone who can handle whatever life throws your way. But you have to trust the process. You have to believe that every ounce of pain you endure is an investment in your future. You're not just surviving, you're building. Break by break, you're constructing a version of yourself that is unbreakable. Think about the people who inspire you, the ones who've achieved greatness against all odds. Do you think their lives were easy? Do you think they woke up one day and everything just fell into place? Absolutely not. They faced challenges that would destroy most people. They endured pain that most would have run from. But instead of breaking, they used it. They turned every setback, every failure, every ounce of suffering into fuel for their journey. They understood that pain wasn't the end. It was the catalyst for their success. That's why Kevin Harrington, here's the thing, life owes you nothing. You're not entitled to happiness, success, or an easy path. Everything you want in life is on the other side of hard work, sacrifice, and yes, pain. There are no shortcuts, no handouts, no magic formulas. It's just you, your determination, and your willingness to endure. The question isn't whether you'll face pain, it's whether you'll let it define you or refine you. Every time you feel like quitting, every time the pain feels like it's too much, I want you to remember this. You are stronger than you think. Your mind will try to convince you that you've reached your limit, that you've got nothing left to give. But that's a lie. You've got reserves of strength and resilience that you've never even tapped into. The only way to access them is to keep pushing, to keep going, even when it feels impossible. Pain is the key that unlocks those reserves. It's the gateway to discovering what you're truly capable of. Don't just endure pain, embrace it. See it for what it is. An opportunity to grow, to learn, to become better. When you're in the middle of the storm, remind yourself that it's temporary. Pain doesn't last forever. But the strength, the lessons, the transformation you gain from it, those are permanent. Those are yours to keep. So when you're struggling, when every part of you wants to give up, hold on to the knowledge that this moment is making you stronger. People will tell you to take it easy, to rest, to give yourself a break. Ignore them. They don't understand what you're chasing. They don't understand the fire inside you. Those people have settled for mediocrity, and they want you to do the same. But you're not like them. You're not here to settle. You're here to conquer, to achieve, to leave your mark. And that requires sacrifice. It requires enduring pain that others would run from. This is the new order of things. But it also requires a mindset that refuses to back down no matter what. Remember this. Pain is temporary, but quitting lasts forever. Every time you push through, every time you refuse to give up, you're rewriting your story. You're proving to yourself and to the world that you are not defined by your circumstances, but by your response to them. Pain is a necessary part of that process. It's the forge in which you are shaped, the fire that burns away the weaknesses and leaves only strength. You have a choice. You can let pain break you, or you can let it make you. You can be a victim of your circumstances, or you can be a warrior who rises above them. The path of least resistance is tempting, but it leads nowhere. The real rewards, the real fulfillment, come from choosing the harder path, the one that challenges you, stretches you, forces you to grow. So the next time you're faced with pain, don't run from it. Don't try to numb it or avoid it. Face it head on. Embrace it. Use it as fuel to propel you forward. And most importantly, stay hard, stay relentless. Stay committed to the vision of who you want to become. Because when the dust settles, when the pain subsides, you'll realize that it wasn't there to break you, it was there to build you into something unstoppable.